Alright, so good day to everyone. This will be another video discussion for the subject HRM 136, and this will be the last video for midterms. So, ang coverage ng ating exam for midterms is yung dalawang video discussion. Isa lang pala ang sinan kong video discussion for HRM 136. And then the other one is yung organizational culture natin, kung saan pinanood ko sa inyo yung snippet ng Grand Budapest Hotel. That is precisely module number 8 and number 9. So, leadership and hospitality organizational culture and developing the hospitality culture. Now, for this video discussion, we'll be talking about staffing and the staffing process. So, ayan. Let's begin with the staffing. Of course, punta tayo dito sa ating content. Alright? Yan, lesson content. Now, we have identified organizational culture doon sa ating naging previous na activity and previous na pinagawa ko sa inyo. We defined it as, ayun nga, yung parang, yung gusto mong kultura at gusto mong behavior or attitude ng hotel mo. It's like branding your own hotel, or your own establishment. And with that branding, of course, you want your people or your employees to observe proper protocols or to do whatever it takes to execute or to showcase that organizational culture. So halimbawa, 'di ba? Ito, halimbawa, 'di ba? Doon sa movie or doon sa short na movie clip na pinanood ko sa inyo about Grand Budapest Hotel, merong organizational culture yung hotel na 'yon. And etong si Monsieur Gustave, naghahanap siya or nag-conduct siya ng mabilis lang na interview with Zero para makita niya kung Zero has what it takes to perform or to execute the organizational culture of the hotel. And ganun din ang kailangan nating gawin pag tayo ay magkakaroon na ng sarili nating mga establishments or sarili nating hotels, sarili nating restaurants. We have to find people who can execute properly or who can do the job properly according to the organizational culture that we have in our establishment. So, for example, sa Starbucks, ang organizational culture nila, if you will observe as a guest or as a customer, you can see that the organizational culture of Starbucks is very customer driven. Parang they really want to serve the customers according to their needs. And kung makikita mo ang kanilang work environment, hindi sila ganon ka stressful, hindi sila ganon ka pressured, no? They do their job properly, and then the job that they do is executed with quality, executed with finesse. At makikita mo na alam nila talaga kung anong ginagawa nila at hindi sila nangangarag, hindi sila nape-pressure, or if ever man that there comes to a point na kailangan nilang bilisan ang kanilang service, nagagawa pa rin nila na maayos yung trabaho nila. So makikita mo na they are very customer driven, they are customer friendly, kinakausap nila yung customers nila, they what do you call this? They engage with our customers. They engage with their customers. Kinakausap nila, inaalam nila yung mga needs and wants. And oftentimes, pag may mga regulars na alamin nila kung ano yung usual orders and kung ano yung mga preference para alam nila kung ano yung gagawin nila in the future if ever they will serve, again, that kind of customer. So, it's a very customer driven. Kaya ngayon, ang hinahanap nila na ng mga tao or ang hinahanap nila ng mga staff for their establishments are those people who are outgoing, who really likes to talk to other people, na hindi yung mga medyo nahihiya-hiya or medyo passive, na hindi masyadong active, no? Oftentimes they will hire people who are outgoing, who are very active when it comes to conversing with other people. Conversationalist, ika nga, sinasabi nila. And, yun, very friendly, very accommodating. Mararamdaman mo na welcoming. Na-welcome ka ng tao. So, yun yung usually nilang hinahanap. And that is the case as well in other establishments. And if you, as future managers, as future business owners, kailangan nyo ring gawin to. Kasi pag kayo ay maghahanap na ng tao, hindi lang kayo basta-basta maghahanap ng staff na kung sino available or kung sino may gusto or kung sino ang pwede. You have to look for the exact people who will really execute the organizational culture that you are trying to build in your establishment. Kasi ang organizational culture na iyan, that will become the brand image of your establishment. So, you have to look for people who can really do the job properly according to the organizational culture that you have in your establishment. So, ano nga ba ang process ng pagsa-staff natin, in selection process for staffing natin? So, the first step is study the job. And when studying the job, we have two things to do. We have here human resource planning and our job analysis. When it comes to human resource planning, selecting the best person for the job should begin by first looking not at the applicants but at the job. Kung ano yung trabaho. What is human resource planning? Process that identifies current and future human resource needs for an organization to achieve its goals. Based on the organizational strategy, HR planning should determine KSA, or what we know as knowledge, skills, and abilities. Aalamin mo ngayon kung ano yung kaalaman na kailangan meron ng isang tao, kung ano yung skills na dapat meron ng isang employee, at kung ano yung abilities na dapat meron ng isang employee before looking for an actual candidate. Kailangan mo munang alamin kung ano yung mga KSA na dapat meron ang isang empleyado mo para ma-achieve mo yung goals mo sa iyong establishment. And then job analysis, if human resource planning is identifying, ayan nga, yung mga KSAs natin, ito naman job analysis natin is you're trying to identify the responsibilities or the exact job specifications of the job position. Kung ano yung responsibilities, kung ano yung kailangan niyang gawin, kung ano yung specifics na kailangan niyang i-perform pag siya ay magtatrabaho na. Ito yung usually makikita ninyo pag kayo ay naghahanap na ng trabaho sa job street, sa LinkedIn, and other websites kung saan pwede kayo maghanap ng trabaho. Ito yun. Ito, example, di ba? Job analysis example. Once that you have identified KSAs, you can identify the job specifications. So, ito yan. Ability to work in a fast-paced environment. Yan, minimum of 2 years front desk job experience. Yan yung kailangan sa kailangan na specification or requirement for the job. So, yun. Yun yung kailangan gawin dun sa study the job natin. Or when you are trying to look for people, you should first look at the job required or the requirements of the job itself. Yun muna ang kailangan mong i-identify bago kang maghahanap ng mga trabahador mo. So, other key characteristics for service personnel sa ating industriya, we are a service-driven industry. We need enthusiasm. Tulad na sinabi ko kanina, we have to be customer-friendly. We have to engage them as much as possible. Engage them in a conversation, create connections with them. Yun kasi dapat talaga ang trabaho ng isang service-oriented industry tulad natin. Authentic sense of concern for their guest. Upbeat, cheerful, and genuinely interested in serving the guest. Never kayo nakakita ng mahiyain or tatamad-tamad na mga receptionist or flight attendants or mga waiters, diba? Madalas talaga nakikita ninyo is yung mga active, yung mga nakikipag-usap at alam nila kung paano nila gawin yung trabaho nila. They really want to serve other people for a while. Alright. Yan. Other key points to consider is should have passion for service, should be polite, considerate, and willing to make a genuine effort to help other people. These are all, well, you can summarize everything here into enthusiasm. Kailangan talaga masiyahin, kailangan nag-engage sa mga customers, and positive mental attitude o tinatawag natin PMA. Next, pag na-identify na natin ngayon kung ano yung requirements ng trabaho at kung ano yung job specifications niya, the next thing that we have to do is to recruit a pool of qualified candidates. And we can have two types of recruitment in our industry or in the establishment itself. We have internal and external recruitment. Ang pinagkaiba lang nilang dalawa, internal recruitment is you are looking for people who are already employed in the company or who are already employed in the establishment, while external recruitment is you will be looking for other people who are not yet employed in your establishment. Or ito yung usually natin nakikita pag may mga job postings na available. Now, there are pros and cons sa dalawang to, no? Pero mainly, we're going to discuss the pros or yung mga advantages ng each type of recruitment. For internal recruitment, isa sa mga advantage niya talaga is it will reduce cost, nakalagay dyan. Internal recruitment also has a general advantage of reducing cost. Why? Kasi hindi mo na kailangan magsayang ng oras maghanap ng ibang tao para dun sa trabaho. Meron ka nang pwedeng makita within the establishment, within your company, and hindi mo na rin kailangan, he or she will not really take too much time adapting to the environment of the company, to the work environment, to the workload. Kasi alam na nung taong yun kung ano yung buong proseso. Kumbaga, hindi mo na kailangan i-train yung tao, hindi mo na kailangan i-explain sa kanya or i-undergo sa welcoming process. At hindi mo na kailangan mag-aksaya ng napakahabang oras sa pag-recruit at pag-train. Kasi meron ka ng existing na tao. At alam mo na kung ano yung kakayahan niya, alam mo na yung kanyang work ethics or yung work behavior niya kasi nga nagtrabaho na siya sa company mo eh. Ang kailangan mo na lang ngayon is sabihin mo sa kanya kung ano yung mga kailangan niyang gawin, kung ano yung mga additional responsibilities niya, and to train him or her according to the things na hindi pa niya currently alam, para dun sa position na bibigay mo sa kanya. And aside from that, if you will announce to the company that you are trying to recruit internally, tataas ang moral, tataas ang kanilang what they call this? Tataas ang kanilang moral na magtrabaho ng mas maigi kasi nga meron chance of promotion or meron chance na makita yung kanilang ginagawang maganda para sa company mo. Para siyang chance na magpabango ng pangalan. Kaya internal recruitment is one thing na very advantageous for the part of the recruiter or the establishment kasi it will really reduce cost. Yun talaga ang pinaka-importante. Ladies and gentlemen, if you will try to recruit people for your company, usually it will take too much time to do kasi you will scan through a lot of candidates, you will evaluate each candidates, and then each candidate will also undergo specific process like magkakaroon ng interviews, magkakaroon ng mga evaluation tests, mga other various tests na kailangan nilang gawin, and then another set of interviews. Tapos signing up, and then after signing up, magkakaroon ng onboarding or welcoming process. So mahaba. Imbis na makahanap ka kagad ng isang tao to do the job as soon as possible, you have to wait for a long amount of time. And yung long amount of time na yon na wala kang trabahador para sa position na yon, it's a cost. Kasi ibang tao ang gumagawa or hindi mo pa masimulan yung project kasi wala kang tao. So, nasasayang yung oras. Kaya, cost talaga kung magkakaroon ng external recruitment. Pero, meron din naman tayong advantages when it comes to external recruitment. So, yun nga, diba? External recruitment, naghahanap ka ng tao outside of your company. You're trying to look for qualified people outside the company. Ang advantage naman ito is magkakaroon ng panibagong perspective doon sa iyong company. Kumbaga, you are already if halimbawa kami dito sa School of Management, we already have a set of employees or set of faculty members, and alam na namin kung paano sila gumagalaw, alam na namin kung paano sila kumikilos. Kung magkakaroon kami ng panibagong faculty member, it's a fresh eye. Kumbaga, hindi pa niya alam yung buong kalakaran ng establishment. Kaya natural, magkakaroon niya ng opinions, magkakaroon niya ng ibang perspective, may chance na magkaroon ng ibang perspective, and oftentimes those kinds of new perspective is what a company needs really. Kumbaga, kailangan nila ng fresh ideas, kailangan nila ng fresh perspective from other people na hindi kasi syempre pag ikaw ay matagal nagtatrabaho sa isang company, you have this kind of notion na alam mo na kung paano ang kalakaran ng company na to. Alam mo na kung pasikot-sikot, kaya hindi na fresh yung ideas mo, hindi na siya, kumbaga marami ka na kasing kino-consider. Marami ka na kino-consider na factors before planning or deciding something. Pero pag meron kasing fresh eyes or merong fresh perspective, minsan yun talaga ang kailangan ng isang company, kasi baka mamaya meron sila na overlook, or baka mamaya merong mga points to compare talaga na hindi nape-present kasi nga sanay na yung mga tao sa trabaho kaya hindi nila binabaliwala na lang nila yung ibang points. So a fresh set of perspective is really a good thing for a company, kaya madalas nagkakaroon din ng external recruitment. So yun. The third step is to select the best candidate. Of course, if you will recruit a pool of qualified candidates, marami yan. Selection naman ngayon ang gagawin mo. Pipili ka ngayon among those candidates kung sino yung the best. And the selection process will begin by screening and evaluating applicants, interview, conduct psychological test, and check reference and background checks. So, mainly kung ano yung ginagawa ng isang HR. By the way, tayo sa HRM industry, HRM and tourism, pwede kayong mag-convert into human resource management or HR management, kasi HR management naman is very general naman siya. So pwede niyo siyang pasukin din if ever man na kayo ay magiging interested. I have other classmates who ventured into human resource management as well. Same kami, nag-graduates kami from UST, HRM, Hospitality and Restaurant Management, pero nag-shift into human resource management nung nagtatrabaho na. So yan, usual na ginagawa ng HR itong mga to: screening and evaluating applicants, call for interview, conduct psychological test, and references and background checks. Next, after selecting the best candidate, of course, you will hire the best candidate. Pretty much self-explanatory, no? Dito naman, ito na yung parang pag-sign ng contract natin. Ito na yung parang sasabihin mo na doon sa empleyado mo kung ano yung mga aasahan ng applicant na yon pag sila ay nakapasok na sa company natin. Like say for example, the pay, the work schedule, work environment, and then familiarization to the organizational culture. Kumbaga, dito may papakita ngayon or dito mo sasabihin sa empleyado mo na dito sa company namin, ganito namin ginagawa yung trabaho, ganito kami magluto, ganito kami mag-prepare, ganito kami mag-operate. So, usually, ito yung last chance ng empleyado or ng applicant to remove or to withdraw his application. Kaya this step is crucial for those who are looking for employees. I cannot stress this enough how important this step is. Marami na kaming dito sa halimbawa dito lang sa School of Management sa faculty natin. Marami na kaming applicants for faculty members, pero once that they will undergo this specific step wherein isasabihin na namin sa kanila yung kanilang job responsibilities, sabihin na namin sa kanila yung kanilang salaries, yung kanilang benefits, marami ang umaayaw. Siyempre, di ko pwede sabihin sa inyo kung bakit. Pero ano naman, ayun, maraming nagwi-withdraw ng kanilang application sa step na ito. Kaya very crucial ito para sa mga naghahanap at nagha-hire ng mga tao. Ayan. Fifth step, making the new hire feel welcome, as I have said earlier, no. The hiring process is very long. Kaya kasama rin to, no, making the new hire feel welcome by giving proper orientations, onboarding. Ayan, onboarding should be designed to ensure that the new hire feels genuinely welcome. Onboarding, it means na yun nga, no, you are introducing the new hire to the team. You are introducing the new hire to your employees, to your company, to the environment of the company, to the process, to the work itself, and so on and so forth. And then, ayan, lastly is the turnover. When it comes to turnover, ito naman ngayon yung ito yung end actually. Kumbaga, hiring process tayo, 'di ba? Ang turnover naman is ito yung pag-alis ng isang trabahador at ito-turn over lahat ng responsibilities doon sa bago na magto-take over ng position niya. Let's say for example, ako as the program head of hospitality and tourism industry, hospitality and tourism management in School of Management in St. Jude, kung ako man ay magwi-withdraw na or aalis na sa trabahong ito next semester, kailangan kong i-turn over yung mga responsibilities ko doon sa bagong program head ng school. So parang ganun yung mangyayari. As an example, sige, dito naman na tayo. Ako, nag-undergo din ako ng mga steps na ito. Before ako makapasok sa St. Jude, ako ay nag-undergo din ng recruitment. I am an external recruit. Nanggaling ako sa labas, no? Nirecruit ako ni Chef Arnold Sigire. He recommended me for this job specification, and then after that, ni-review ko ngayon yung mga responsibilities na nakalagay doon sa job invitation sa akin. And then third step, nag-undergo ako ng mga sandamakmak na interview, and then nag-undergo ako ng reference and background checks. Ang test na ginawa sa akin is yung teaching test, kung paano ako magturo, ano yung ways ko kung paano ako magturo. And then, dumaan din ako dito sa fourth step, hire the best applicant. And then, surprisingly, I accepted the job, no? And then, I also had this kind of step, make the new hire feel welcome. Chef Arnold Zagire introduced me to the team, introduced me to the school, introduced me to the organizational culture of the school. Tinuro niya ako around the campus, and then pinakilala din niya ako sa mga sa mga team members, sa ibang faculty members, sa ibang departments na nandun sa St. Jude. And then pag ako ay aalis na as program head, I will do proper turnover doon sa papalit sa akin. And dapat syempre maganda yung turnover na yon kasi doon nakasalalay kung ano yung magiging workflow. Kung hindi ko na turn over na maayos yung responsibilities ko, hindi magiging maayos yung trabaho ng papalit sa akin. And to tell you honestly, the hospitality industry is known for having a high turnover. Our industry, hospitality and tourism, really has a high turnover. Bakit? To tell you honestly, I'm not sure. I cannot give a definite answer. Maraming thesis Maraming nagre-research about this, no? Bakit nga pa mataas ang turnover rate ng hospitality and tourism industry? I can only give my 2 cents on this kasi yun nga, no, walang definite answer. Wala pang definite answer kung bakit high turnover. Pero ang nakikita ko talaga dito is the current work environment of each establishment is not appropriate to the expected work environment of the applicants. Kumbaga, yung mga applicant na naghahanap ng trabaho, hindi kasi nila alam kung ano yung i-expect na workload, or hindi nila alam kung ano yung i-expect na trabaho. Kaya oftentimes, pag sila ay nagtrabaho na at nakita nila na hindi maganda yung work environment, umaalis kagad sila. Kaya nagkakaroon ng high turnover doon sa industry natin. And aside from that kasi, napakadami, sandamakmak ang dami ng establishments na pwedeng pasukan. Pwede yung pasukan na field, 'di ba? Halimbawa, sa restaurant, pag ikaw ay naging waiter sa isang restaurant, maraming iba pang restaurants na naghahanap ng waiter. So marami kang pwedeng pagpilian na trabaho. Kaya nagkakaroon ng high turnover rate. So again, no, those are just 2 cents, no? Sa akin lang naman 'yun. Pero marami talagang factors kasi na kino-consider din when it comes to the high turnover rate sa ating industry. And basically, that's it for staffing. Now we will proceed with training employees, no. Ano ba yan? Well, actually, that's it pala, no? Wait. No, this is not it. For a while. Okay. So, hindi ko pala nabanggit. Doon na kagad ako sa staffing process, no? Balik tayo dito sa staffing, which is module number 8. And really, no, okay naman din siya. Wala naman siyang difference masyado. We will just identify kung ano yung pinagkaiba-iba ng each department sa hospitality and tourism industry. Now, doon sa staffing process na diniscuss natin, that is the hiring process, or yung pagkakasunod-sunod, or kung paano tayo mag-hire ng mga tao. Dito sa staffing, malalaman natin kung ano yung mga specifics, yung specification in each field ng ating industry. So, medyo tama rin naman yung naging flow natin. Kasi a while ago, we discussed about the process. Now, we will discuss about the specifics of the job. So, front of the house employees. Sino nga ba ang front of the house employees? These people are mainly those who interact with guests, who directly interact with the guests. Sila po yung mismong kumakausap sa mga guests natin. Based from that definition, siguro naman kaya na nating ma-identify kung ano yung front of the house employees natin. Sa hotel, we have front office, so yung mga concierge, yung mga bellboy. Doon sa movie, si Monsieur Gustave is a front office employee, and si Zero is also a front office employee. They're both concierge. And then we have other front of the house. We have servers. Yung mga waiters natin, those are also front of the house kasi sila yung nag-interact with our guests. Bartenders, alam niyo naman na kung ano yung mga bartenders, di ba? Sila yung nagmi-mix ng mga drinks natin. Sommelier, well, this is a term na hindi pa ata na-discuss sa inyo. I'm not sure with tourism, pero this term should be discussed in HRM 137, Fundamentals of F&B. A sommelier is a wine expert. Sila yung nag-i-introduce ng mga wines sa mga guests natin. So, ito usually examples ng front of the house staffs natin. Ang pinaka-responsibility talaga nila is to talk, to engage, to interact with our with our guests. So, kung yun ang kanilang specific na job, ano ang kailangan na ugali ngayon or behavior ng front of the house employees natin? Dito pumapasok yung sinabi ko kanina na enthusiasm. Dito pumapasok yung sinabi ko kanina na kailangan marunong makipag-interact, marunong makipag-converse, kailangan active siya makipag-usap sa mga guests natin, and attentive to the guest's needs. So, yun yung mga kailangan na specific attitude or behavior para sa mga front of the house employees natin. Next is the back of the house employees. Back of the house, kung yung front of the house ay yung nag-engage sa mga customers, back of the house naman is sila yung nakatago or yung gumagawa mismo ng trabaho or what we call calls the heart of the house, kasi sila yung essence ng trabaho, sila yung essence ng service na na binibigay mo, 'di ba? Di ka naman gagawa ng restaurant mainly just to serve or to talk to people. Ikaw ay gagawa ng isang restaurant kasi gusto mo mag-serve ng pagkain sa mga guest mo. So of course, hindi mabubuhay ang isang restaurant kung walang back of the house employees, kung walang kitchen staff. Kitchen staff, yan, head chef, line cook. Sila yung mga example ng back of the house natin, no? So yun, hindi ka naman gagawa ng isang restaurant na magsaserve or na waiters lang ang nandun. Anong gagawin ng mga waiters doon? Kakausapin lang sila, chichikahin lang sila. Di naman pwede yun. You are creating your establishment, you're creating a hotel, you're creating a restaurant mainly for the purpose of something. And that purpose is usually done by the back of the house employees. For example, hotel. Sa hotel, ang ating mga housekeeping. Of course, hindi ka naman gagawa ng isang hotel na walang rooms, na walang accommodations. Yun nga yung essence ng hotel, accommodations, room service. Kaya housekeeping is important as well. They are the heart of the house kasi sila yung gumagawa ng trabaho. Sila yung nag-aayos ng rooms. Sila yung nagsisigurado na pasok sa quality standards yung rooms na ino-offer ng hotels. And yun, basically they do the job. They execute the purpose of the hotel. Other kinds of back of the house staff, so aside from head chef, line cook, housekeeping, expediter, ang expediter natin is iba-iba kasi ang expediter in each establishment. There are expediters who are ang trabaho nila is to deliver the food to the guests, so parang service siya in a way. Pero there are also other expediters in other establishments na sila yung nagka-quality control doon sa mga nilalabas na pagkain. Ito yung naging trabaho ko rin dati, expediter ako. Ayan, finance personnel. So, back of the house, considered back of the house din pala yung ibang supporting staffs natin. Like yan, yung finance personnel, marketing, sales, and other supporting staffs. They're also considered back of the house. Management next. Of course, bago pala po tayo mag-proceed, ano yung mga kailangan ngayon na specifics doon sa back of the house employees? Ano yung mga KSA na tinatawag natin? Of course, head chef or line cook dapat marunong magluto at kailangan may cooking experience yung mga hahanapin nating mga trabahador. Housekeeping, same thing. Kailangan may experience din yung hahanapin natin at alam kung ano yung ginagawa. Same with the other back of the house staffs. More on skills naman ito related. Skills and knowledge. So kung sa front of the house, kailangan yung engaging with the guest, engage with conversation. Back of the house naman is more on skills and knowledge. Next naman is management. Ayan, of course, they play a critical role. They hire employees, train, evaluate, reward, discipline, celebrate, promote, and oversee. Lahat. Supervise, training, evaluate, and oftentimes sila rin yung nasa back of the house minsan pag kulang ng trabador, or sila rin yung nasa front of the house pag minsan kailangan ng ng magaling na server or VIP yung guest mo, sila yung mag-serve. So, ayan. Of course, crucial din ang management, no? Kasi sila nga yung nagsusupervise eh. Sila yung nagmamanage, sila yung nagko-control ng operations. So, kailangan yung hahanapin natin na mga position for managers is yung alam kung ano yung trabaho. Dapat important yun, no? Alam kung ano yung trabaho. Alam yung pasikot-sikot ng trabaho at alam kung paano mag-lead. That is one important factor. Alam kung paano mag-lead kasi they will lead people. They will not just be promoted into a higher position. They will have additional job specifications or job responsibilities that requires a huge deal of leadership. Kaya leadership is important here in management. Ayan. Next, of course, what is the importance of staffing? Nakita ninyo that our industry is really very customer driven. We should really engage with our customers. Kaya importante ang staffing kasi our staff are people as well. And these people should know how to interact with people, should know what are the needs and wants of people. Kumbaga, ang usual mindset kasi ng isang hospitality employee is papaano ko mapapagaan ang buhay ng guest ko? Paano ko mabibigyan ng ginhawa ang guest ko? Basically, kung ako ang nasa posisyon ng guest ko, ano yung kailangan ko? Yun ang perspective, usual perspective ng tao na nasa field natin sa hospitality and tourism. Kaya importante ang staffing kasi kung mali ang tao na pinasok mo sa trabahong yun, hindi niya magagawa ng maayos yung trabaho niya. And that's it. Kaya importante na inaalam natin kung ano yung mga KSA na tinatawag natin, kung ano yung knowledge, skills, and abilities, kung ano yung job analysis, yung job specifications, dapat alam natin yan. Kasi dyan tayo magbabase kung anong klaseng tao ang kukunin natin. Kaya importante rin ang hiring or recruiting process kasi dyan tayo maghahanap ng trabaho na mag-e-engage doon sa mga guests natin. Kaya importante to. Kaya yun din ang ginawa ni Monsieur Gustave. First thing, napansin nyo ba? Bago i-introduce ni Zero ang sarili niya kay Monsieur Gustave, may inuutos siya. 'Di ba? Merong inuutos si Monsieur Gustave kay Zero na ito gawin mo, pumunta ka dito, mag-alay ka ng bulaklak, mag-alay ka ng kandila. Nung nalaman niya na si Zero pala ay new hire, okay, drop that, I will interview you. Aalamin ko ngayon kung gaano ka ka-importante or kung ano yung value mo. Kung pasok ka ba sa organizational culture ng Grand Budapest Hotel, kung pasok ba ang iyong qualities, ang iyong experience doon sa KSA or yung job analysis na hinahanap natin. So yun, that is the importance of staffing and the staffing process. Kasi we are in a customer-driven industry, kaya kailangan ng ating mga tao ay customer-driven din. And basically, that's it for this discussion. I hope na meron kayong natutunan kahit paano. And yun lang naman. See you guys next time. God bless and stay safe always. Bye-bye.